What's up, guys? Epic Tattoo here. Some people during last week, wanted me to make a Bleach Soul Resonance video. I said, hey, I was thinking about making some BSR videos, but, I had heard that there's a lot of things that are copyright, and so people don't want to upload videos, etc. But I'm just like, I'll work around it, or to hell with it, it'll get copyright, and yeah, that's that. It's not a big deal. So let's go ahead and talk about today's video. Today's video is going to be basically your Slash team, and it's going to be just some quick tips and combo tips. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so while we're building our Slash team to go into a zone, a dungeon, whatever you want to call it, a challenge, it's very important, I think, to just go ahead and use team presets and create you a good lineup. So you'll notice in our Slash team lineup, we have Byakuya is first, which puts him in the middle slot here, and then I just did, Ichigo and then Yachiru. You can do those two in whichever order you want, but it's very imperative and important in this team that Byakuya is in the first slot. And that is so that he is already on the field when you start, and then you can just kick off his technique. So let's talk about Yachiru. You can use Kisuke if you have him, but I'm doing Yachiru for this video just for the fact that a lot of people may not have Kisuke yet. So let's go ahead and look at her. Alright, something important to note about Yachiru that I think everybody should have is her core stamp here. And when you look at her core stamp, it says when she is spectating, releasing her ultimate does not replace the current on-field characters. That means if you're on Ichigo, and her ultimate's full, you can pop off her ultimate and she can build some more hits towards the combo without replacing him on the field. So you're getting more out of that. And not only that, but all characters in the team are going to gain 15% crit rate bonus for 15 seconds, which Ichigo, especially Bankai Ichigo, is going to love. So it's very important that you are using that if you have her. The rest of her build isn't very good. As you can see, I didn't do much to her, so this is just a very good demonstration, especially if you're free to play and not a whale or any of that kind of stuff. So I guess the only other thing to note is her technique. So you're going to use her technique after you do Byakuya, and she'll deal some damage, and then if switched out within the next 3 seconds, she will immediately spectate, which is very important. So spectate, if you didn't know what it does, is it increases the on-field character's attack by 20%, while basic and special attacks grant Yachiru ultimate energy. So basically, she's sitting on the sidelines a lot, but she's doing a lot for your team. Alright, as far as her ultimate goes, we already explained the core stamp, and so she unleashes all of her spiritual power and does damage by however far you have it leveled up, etc., and does this attack to all by near enemies. She also grants inspiration to all teammates, increasing their slash damage by 10% for 6 seconds. So, say you pop off the technique and you get the ultimate going, you're going to have boost crit rate, you're going to have boost to your slash damage, but the slash damage is only 6 seconds, which is roughly not quite half of the crit rate. Crit rate lasts for 15 seconds, so that's very nice. And if you switch her out within the next 3 seconds, she will ultimately spectate. But the thing is, if you have a core stamp, you don't have to do any of that because it's automatically already working. Alright, next up is, let's talk about Byakuya. So, Byakuya has the battlefield skill, and I need to actually level mine up more, but for the demonstration we'll keep it where it's at so you can see how it works with what it's at. So, his battlefield skill is active. All teammates slash damage increases by 30%. So we got 30% here. You may have more if it's upgraded, etc. And then, of course, Yachiru is also adding to that for 6 seconds when she can. And so the skill button's activated for 2 seconds after any character releases a special attack, technique, or counterattack, but not at any other time. So it's very important that you remember that and be able to use it accordingly, also to help build your combo and deal damage. So his technique is why we start off first with him. So his technique is automatically going to grant that battlefield skill energy you'll see down here. So when his skill is active, releasing this technique grants 4 battlefield skill energy. So it's kind of like cycling. You're going to use him, you're going to cue that technique, and then you're going to build that skill energy, Yachiru, and then bam, Ichigo. And we're going to have a demonstration, so we're going to go ahead and do that. So we won't talk too much further. I just want to put out the points. This may be boring to some people, but for other people, they were like, hey, this would be useful, because I was explaining it in chat the other day. So I was like, okay. And then, of course, you know, this is all just damage, you know, just the basic thing with Ichigo is just doing all that damage. The only important thing, I guess, for building the combo is understanding the basic attack. You know, you're going to play however you're going to play, but it's important to incorporate this. So if you stop attacking after the third strike just slightly, Ichigo will charge briefly. You'll see that little deal, and a glow appears. So then you tap the basic attack button to release a special attack. And it's pretty much like 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's almost in rhythm, really. And so you just boom, 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 then boom. And you'll have that going off. So he's pretty easy to use and really good like that. If you don't have him, just switch out with maybe Shikai, Ichigo, or use your initial if it's really good. All right, enough yap yap. Let's get into the demonstration. Alright, coming up here is a good demonstration spot for the high-speed slash. You'll see that 1, 2, 3, and then 4, boom. So you just have to get that timing down, and you'll do that high-speed slash that helps build that combo. Alright, so that's a pretty fairly decent demonstration there. 190 hit combo isn't bad. I've definitely gotten over, I think I might have got 300 something once doing something, but the stronger your character is, the easier you're going to wipe out the enemies, so less combo numbers you're going to have for hits. But if it's a battle that's really just long and taking a while, or you're underpowered, or just a lot of enemies, you're going to get that combo hit count up pretty high. So hopefully this video helped you out. I'm Epic Tetsu. You guys remember to be well, be epic, take care, and yeah, if this video's well received, we may do some more in the future.